Hello, Elden Ringers. Want to get this? Elden Ring, a vast and gigantic game with a ton of content. Even at the start of the game, there are a lot of easy missable things, and here are 5 of my favorites. The grafted siren is the first boss in the game, encountered right after exiting the Chapel of Anticipation. Similar to the Vanguard boss from the Demon Souls tutorial or the Bloodborne werewolf at the start of the game, the player is usually supposed to die at this point. It's just like FromSoftware's way of showing who is the boss and place you in the actual tutorial. Funny enough, it is actually possible to defeat these bosses with a little bit of skill and get some nice rewards. This is also true for the grafted siren boss fight. There are multiple strategies to achieve this. The easiest and more straightforward way is to just choose a class with range attacks, like the samurai with his great bow, or the astrologer with his magic. Simply keep the distance and attack the grafted siren when he's not attacking. Other possibilities are a little more dangerous, but allow you to choose different classes. Make sure you choose a class with a good shield that blocks 100% of the damage, like the Confessor. With this, you can attempt to kill the boss in melee combat. It's considerably harder to pull off, for the grafted siren hits in long and erratic combos and also uses a shield to mitigate the damage. You will need a mix of blocks and dodge rolls, and you can only attack him when he does his jumping and spinning attack. Nonetheless, if you manage to prevail, you are rewarded with the Ornamental Straightsword and the Golden Beast Crest Shield. The Ornamental Straightsword is especially interesting for dual-wield builds. This is a paired weapon, and two-handing it allows you to dual-wield 2 of the swords at once. It also has a nice skill. Some of you probably know this already, but the really cool boss fight with a valuable weapon, especially for dex or quality builds, can be accessed really quickly after arriving at Limgrave. By going a little bit south from where you exit the graveyard, you can reach a stone circle where you can interact with the middle. Doing so will transport you into the boss fight against the bloodhound Knight Darrywhale. These stone circles are what are called an Evergale. There are multiple of this Evergale found throughout the lands between, each with a different knight to fight. My current theory is that they are former knights of Godfrey, but that they were sealed inside the Evergale for the people of the lands between despised them. But this is another topic for another video. For now, you shall know that there is a special NPC interested in putting the knights to rest or free them, the Wolfman Blight. You can unlock and start his questline when venturing into the Mistwood Forest. Head to the Mistwood Ruins, where you will hear a wolf howling. After you have done that, go and talk with the merchant Kale about this mysterious howling, and he will give you a gesture. By heading back to the ruins and using the gesture, Bloody will jump down from the trees and talk with you. After talking with him, his summon sign will appear inside the Evergale and he will help you slay Knife Darrywhale. Slaying him will award you with the Bloodhound's Fang, an awesome curved greatsword capable of brutal airborne attacks. It also progresses Bloody's questline with some interesting dialogue. Ah yes, the majestic dragon Agile. You already saw him on some promotional art and later in the network test. He can be found at the Dragonbird ruins in Limgrave, right when you arrive in Limgrave the first time. He's a massive dragon feared by most, and he uses his fire breath that covers a wide area. Although he looks intimidating, with a little help this encounter is fairly easy to manage and the rewards are well worth it. All you need to do before facing Agile is to get your spectral steed, Torrent. With Torrent and a little bit of patience, you can perform what I will say is the easiest strategy. Right through his legs, swiping his wing and feet as you go, trying to keep moving as much as possible. Right away when he flies off, locate him once he lands again, and then make your way to him, taking a wider arc if he breathes fire so as not to get hit. You can load up on HP Flask for this strategy and put on your heaviest armor, since wave it does not matter when you are mounted. By slaying the flying dragon Agile, you are rewarded with a dragon hearth. You can take this precious item to one of the Church of Dragon and perform what is called Dragon Communion. By consuming the dragon hearth, your character will be able to kill one of the powerful dragon-based incantations. This one is one of my favorite items in Elden Ring so far. This is a new special flask that lets you customize by using different tier items. It produces different effects like gaining health, raising your stamina, or a shield that blocks the next attack. Basically, you can craft your own buff potion. You can find this important item by venturing into the Mistwood in the eastern limits of Limgrave. By venturing through the forest, you arrive at the third church of Marika, where you will find valuable loot and also the Flask of Wondrous Physic. You can try it out right here, for you also get your first tier, the Crimson Crystal tier. The Crimson Crystal tier has the effect of healing half of your maximum HP. It's pretty nice, but there are a lot more tiers out there. My personal favorite as of now is the combination of the Crimson Burst Crystal tier, which steadily restores HP, and the Opaline Bubble tier, which gives me a shield. Seriously, this is just such an awesome item, and you should totally get it if you haven't. Another mechanic that I and most other players really like in Elden Ring are the spirit summons. Summons are a very helpful companion that can attack the boss, distract him so you can heal and aid you otherwise in combat. And they can be upgraded just like weapons. But to do that, you need to follow the questline of Roderica, an NPC found at Stormhill Shack. To make it short, find Roderica and talk with her until her dialogue is exhausted. You will get some items and a message to deliver. Now here is something peculiar about this quest. Online, I read that you are required to pick up the Crystallite memento from a pile of corpses within Rampart Tower to progress her quest. If you return to Roderica with the memento in your inventory, she will move to the Round Table Hold. Now, in my playthrough, I didn't need to do this. I only talked with her the first time, and after that she moved to Round Table Hall. I don't know why this worked and what the trigger is, but I found out that I'm not the only one. After Roderica moved to the Round Table Hold, talk with her again and then speak to Smithing Master Hugh. Then again to Roderica and finally one more time with Master Hugh. If you then leave the hold and return, she will have become a spirit tuner and can upgrade your spirit summons. I will maybe do a video about her lore and dialogues, but for now, I just wanted to share with you how to unlock her spirit tuning talents. These were 5 early things you maybe missed in the early game of Elden Ring. Thank you for watching, write in the comment which one you missed, and until next time.